Believe it's over. I'm actually quite sad about it. I have Carina here from the Fort St. John Rotary. Carina, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Rib Fest is what we're talking about. Here for a good time, not a long time, 3 days, last Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I don't know, you tell me how it went first. We'll start with that.
Well, you're sad it's over. I'm not completely sad it's over.
Fair enough.
It was a lot of work. It's always a lot of work, but it's always a lot of fun. It's good to see everybody there enjoying it and really having fun there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Vince that if you guys were looking for like ways to equal out, try and, make sure that there's definitely a plus from this as opposed to sinking all your money in, you're welcome. Because the amount of time that I spent in the beer tent was... problematic, I think, is the best word for it.
And enjoyable, right?
Very enjoyable, 100%.
Yes.
And I was just saying to Carina off air, you picked a good person to come in and chat with, because I didn't try it, I swear, but I was there all 3 nights for different reasons, and it was always like, hey, Chris, Emma here from the Fort St. Krause Summer Cruise. Could you drop down with? Yeah, okay, fine. I'll grab lunch while I'm there. And it was all 3 days it happened. So, yeah, there was quite a bit of. I still have the meat sweats, if I'm being honest.
We just
I haven't really
rope you in.
That's all it is.
Bit. One night at a time.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me right back in. But I mean, you guys had your 50-50s. There were a ton of different draws. We had a bunch of giveaways there. And I mean, as always, the ribs, absolutely fantastic every time. So what was a highlight for you throughout the weekend?
I think my highlight was just the experience in general. It was really nice to have the whole area fenced and just kind of have that big open park feeling. The stage was great. People had their lawn chairs out just enjoying the music. I mean, the local bands are always amazing. And yeah, I mean, the ribs, they're good too, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of food on the side.
If we didn't bring up the ribs, we'd be foolish. But at the end of the day, I agree. I think the local music was fantastic. I love the fact that you guys open everything up. That way, when the lines were a little bit longer, you can go and grab a beverage and then go stand in line, which... By the time you got to the end of the line, your beverage was empty, and you had to go and get another one. That's exactly how I got myself in trouble.
Reeling in.
And I'll tell you one other bonus that I didn't expect, but I loved, is Work BC showed up with their heavy equipment operator simulator. And we kind of had like an inter-office battle. Who's going to have the highest score? Who could do it the fastest? I was the fastest at 95%. I may have hit a wall. So I don't know. You take the wins with the losses, right?
That's
so
right.
that was also really fun. Truly something for everybody throughout the weekend. 50-50. Boy, didn't that inflate quick.
Yes. So our Action Property Management 50-50 draw ended up at $17,600 total, which is amazing. We were able to donate $8,800 to the CDC, which is such a great as always, right? And for those who don't know, or if you're just new to town, we don't mean the Center for Disease Control. This is the Child Development Center. That's something that 9 months in, I was still going, why do we have a CDC in town? Oh, it's for kids. Oh, that makes way more sense. Perfectly safe.
Yeah, right? And what else? I mean, some of the giveaways that you guys had, obviously, Vince walking around, MC of the weekend.
Yes,
he did an amazing job as always, but handing out ribs left, right, and center, he was doing fantastic. What other giveaways did you guys do?
We had the chainsaw carving giveaway that we did.
That was the other big one. God, that was so cool.
It was very cool to have them there. That was like a nice addition to the weekend for sure.
Now, when it comes to these weekends, of course, we thank the people who showed up, bought some ribs, played some games, hung out with me in the Rudy's bar. But we also want to thank a bunch of sponsors because goodness knows we couldn't do this without a laundry list. So I'll let you take it away. Who we thanking?
The list is long, and it's just incredible, really, to see the community support that we end up with. The volunteers on site, a lot of Rotarians were there all weekend long. Mm-hmm. I mean, we had 18 to 25 people, I think, on Sunday night that tore that whole place down in 2 hours. Like that amount of work that goes into it is just, it's incredible.
But I mean, even throughout the weekend, like you guys might have had 18 people to take down, but everywhere you look, there was one of those volunteer shirts, and there was somebody helping out and somebody picking up garbage and somebody cleaning up cleaning out garbage bins and garbage cans and recyclables. So it was truly a group effort from the Rotarians.
And a community, even more so than just the Rotarians. The gymnastics club was also there. They were doing our garbages and cleaning the tables all weekend, and that was probably the biggest and hardest job. The Women's Resource Society basically staffed our entire Sunday, so that was amazing. And North Peace Search and Rescue does our nighttime security. They're there all night long. We were able to give each of those groups a donation, which is also great because we love to be able to thank them as well.
Yep. Shout out to the SD60 band. I know that they were wandering around selling treats and stuff as well. There's still plenty of time if you want to help them. I'm sure you can reach out to them through Facebook, through email. They'd be happy to take your money and recyclables and whatever else. What other thank yous do we have?
All right. So our major sponsor for the last 3 years has been Suris Pipelines. They are a huge community contributor, but definitely very generous to Rib Fest. Rudy's Highway Car and Truck Wash is our saloon sponsor. The Friday night stage sponsor was On the Rocks Liquor Store. Saturday stage sponsor, Canadian Tires. Sunday stage sponsor, Peace Country Compressions. We had our hospitality sponsor was Caps Transport. That was a new sponsor this year. Pop and Water is sponsored by Misaki's Balanced Bookkeeping. Misaki was also there helping set up and take down herself. Rib competition sponsor was Murray GM, and our 50/50 sponsor is Action Property Management. Shade sponsors, Kim Van, Century 21 Energy Realty, Northern Spring Brake and Steering, DFI Piling, ESW IT Business Advisors, and Pat's Auto Supply. Those are all of our big sort of money donor sponsors.
Yeah, of course.
But a huge part of the event, obviously, is our in-kind sponsorships. So Mountain View Safety Services had 3 security guards on site all weekend long. That's a huge donation. Trojan Safety Services had 2 medics there all weekend long.
Yeah.
That's massive. Peace Country Rentals, I mean, another huge community sponsor. You don't put on an event without going to them for tents and porta potties and all the things.
Absolutely.
GFL did our dumpsters. Ken called me Saturday to make sure I knew that everything was taken care of. They were dumping everything. Clean Harbors did all the water and the gray water. Fort St. John Co-op and Smith Fuel Services both helped us out with fuel for everything. We had Pioneer Sanitary Solutions, Cat Rentals, Chariot Sales, Sign Works. Trey brought me down a sign on Saturday that I was missing. That's like those little touches, right?
Yeah.
MVT Logistics, Driving Force, Energetic Traffic Controls, Fort St. John Petroleum Association, Refresh Resources, Calmar Construction, Petron Communications, Ideal Office Solutions, SJA Promo, D&D Insulators, and WL Construction. And then we also had Mark from Image Build was a part of our team the entire time. He did all of our social media. We had Russ from Sound in Town do the stage. They do such an incredible job.
Russ and his staff are just absolute professionals in everything they ever do and everything they ever touch.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to our good buddy Russ.
I leave the entire entertainment section in their hands and deal with nothing all weekend long, which is like an incredible weight off my shoulders.
And they really do nail it.
Massive.
Didn't matter what time of day that you were there and you were listening to music. They were there, they had you covered, and they made it sound perfect the whole weekend.
And then Eagle Vision Video was on site as well. They did some photos and some aerial shots with the drone, which is really cool. So go give them a follow. And then just a little shout out to Moose FM because, you guys helped just a little bit as well.
We were there for a little bit. Our very own Summer Cruiser host, again, shout out, Emma, was there not only all weekend, was also part of the rib judging, which is another thing I was going to ask about. But I want to make sure we're done with sponsors first.
You know what? I think that was all of them. But it's another huge thank you because honestly, they just come in every year just again and again and again. It's amazing to have those people show up.
Can't wait to do it again next year. Who won the best ribs and the best barbecue sauce?
Oh, you're really going to make me think.
Here, I believe it was Silver Bullet,
I'm
not mistaken.
Best ribs, yes.
Won best ribs.
Yeah.
Best sauce was second from the Blazing
Blazing
Barbecue. There we go.
Yeah.
And my own personal plug for Blazing Barbecue. I didn't do ribs this weekend. I did pulled pork sandwiches because I was like, you know what, ribs can get kind of tiring. Never get tired of a sandwich. So I went to every single one, try their pulled porks.
Good for you.
And Blazing Barbecue, I would also give the best pulled pork. And then on top of it, the best mac and cheese pulled pork. Because I didn't realize until it was 3/4 of the way through. Well, what do you mean everybody has mac and cheese and pulled pork style mac and cheese? So yeah, my treat to me after taste testing everything was mac and cheese pulled pork. And that's why I say I still have meat sweats, because my God, that was a lot of food, but it was so good. It was so worth it. You guys do an amazing job every single year. Coming back next year?
Yes, I believe so.
She already doesn't want to talk about it. Chris,
I have a little bit of PTSD right now, so give me a month.
Okay, fine. But next month, I'm going to ask you about free ribs next year.
We'll be ready to go.
Carina, thank you so much for joining us again. A massive congratulations to Rotary, to the community, because this does all 100%. Go to support the community as well. And we were talking, I'm going to screw this number up. 4 years, $200,000 into the community?
Yeah, mostly in the 4 years, yes. So it's amazing, and we're looking at we got to finalize our numbers, but it's looking very good this year.
Okay, not including this year, about $200,000 into the community.
Yeah.
Once we get this year's numbers, I guarantee we'll pass that on to everybody. But again, congrats to you guys. Congrats to the community for an amazing, I think mostly peaceful weekend, unless I was there, in which case I apologize. And can't wait to see how well this supports our community again this year. Carina, we will see you guys next year, and hopefully, of course, before that. But you know what I mean.
Thank you.
Take care.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson.